We're on? Mm-hmm. Yo, guys, it's so good to see you.
Hello.
This is Rosie.
This is Joe.
What's up?
You were talking about TMJ right before we started recording.
Yeah. I have TMJ. I would have to Google what each letter stands for because I'm not good at remembering big words. Maybe you know?
We can Google it right now.
Okay, I can't. Joe makes me go on airplane mode.
We all have to go in airplane mode. That's what the ticking was. And a couple episodes ago, there was our phones were not on airplane mode, and were causing the ticking.
Sorry.
Oh man, temporomandibular joint dysfunction.
Yeah.
Temporomandibular joint dysfunction. TMJ.
I think I don't know if this is true, but I'm almost positive I got it from a shoddy wisdom teeth removal because I went to this really shady place and they were really rough and it was like legit dirty. Like I remember at one point I had to put my chin on this thing for them to like look inside my mouth in a weird way. And like the thing I put my chin on was like actually dirty. Like you could see dirt flakes.
Yeah.
And it was like the type of situation where I didn't have insurance and I didn't have enough money to like pay for the surgery, obviously. So it was like one of those things where 100 people are in the room because they're like observing. Yeah. And that's how you get it. And it was just, I had Novocaine, obviously, but I didn't have anything else. And everyone else usually gets like
So you
laughing.
were awake.
Oh, I was so alive. Like when they crack the teeth and they actually take a tooth hammer and go like this and then take out the pieces. And I was completely awake and conscious. Like I didn't get shit besides Novocaine. And I was just like, this is the worst.
So I have a similar story.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I want to say one thing.
Do you have TMJ?
I had TMJ from grinding my teeth. And now I have like a night guard so I don't grind my teeth as much. Mm-hmm. And it has reduced it by a lot, but I still get it from time to time. But I went to a doctor who was a Doctors Without Borders doctor for wisdom teeth removal because I had very bad insurance, and it was the same thing. It was like a bunch of people, but it wasn't watching. It was a bunch of people there because he's one of those doctors that like sees like 20 people in a day and he just cranks people out. Yeah. Like he's used to doing like third world countries where he operates for like 3 days straight on like 100 people. But I was able to go to sleep. He did put me out for that.
That's good.
Which was fantastic. But I do have a memory of kind of waking up a little bit and feeling a lot of pressure, like they were just kind of like pushing my head. Yeah. I felt like my head jolting.
It's like hold your head down while they're yanking it out. It's so disturbing.
But you can get TMJ from wisdom teeth removal.
Yeah. That's how I think well, it's weird because I might have had it before I got them out, but I feel like everything got a lot worse once I got the wisdom teeth out. And because I remember legit, okay, so people who I'm not friends with for a long time won't do this, but like people who I've known for a while, if I'm eating next to them, they're like, I can't, you have to stop chewing.
Oh, do you smack?
Yeah, well, you just hear the jaw, like you hear the clicking, and it doesn't, it like not grosses them out, but it like makes them feel like you're experiencing something painful, so like they can't deal with hearing the clicking, and it's really bad, and I feel like I noticed that, like people actually complaining about the way my jaw sounds post the teeth removal. Ugh. So I think it made it worse.
How much wisdom teeth did you get removed?
I think I got all of them on one sitting.
That's what I did.
So I did 4.
Yep.
And I had this weird thing where, like a day later, I had this thing called, I don't know what it's called actually. I don't know why I thought I did, but it's basically like your jaw won't open at all. So like you could like I couldn't even drink water. I had to put like a straw in a cup of water, and I couldn't even get the circle into my mouth. I had to flatten the straw and then shove it between my teeth.
So it's almost as if your jaw completely locked.
It completely locked, and then I had to go back, and it was so anticlimactic because I thought, I don't know, like, obviously I don't know anything about medical stuff, so I didn't know what they were going to do. But they just started, like, massaging the muscles, and I think it was already about to be done, and, like, that kind of just put it over the edge of making it release.
Ugh.
But that sucked.
It's so...
It was really gross.
Yeah.
I couldn't even drink water.
Yeah. How did you eat food?
I didn't. At least for a couple days. Probably like applesauce or something once the jaw could open.
Yeah.
But I definitely couldn't chew for a while.
No,
But I got a night guard too.
You
but,
do? For grinding?
Yeah, because I grind really hard, and I don't notice I do this, but at all times, like 24 hours a day, I'm clenching, and it's like I only notice almost if like I'm opening my mouth to talk, and I'm like, oh, I've been like pressing so hard like this down, like like you're pissed at someone almost.
Yeah.
And I do it so hard that like it affects my migraines and everything. And
So it can cause headaches.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because what you do is when you like tense up your jaw, the muscles that go
it's all connected.
your jaw. Like ever look at a dog, watch a dog eat. You see the muscles on the top of their head kind of like flex and stuff.
Yeah,
that's because the jaw muscles go all the way up and wrap around the skull, so it can cause headaches. You think it's your brain, but really it's from your jaw or from being tense in your face.
So, funny story about Rosie is I got a $500 night guard, and I was so excited because it was like literally migraines every day. So I was like excited to get relief. I was like, oh, all I have to do is wear something at night. Amazing. And I would wake up in the middle of the night and throw it because it was like uncomfortable, I guess, to me.
Like subconsciously?
Yeah, subconsciously. I was totally asleep. And I paid for this motherfucking thing myself, so I definitely was not doing this with my brain. But I think it was just uncomfortable, so my subconscious would want to get rid of it. And then every morning I'd have to like hunt around my room looking for it. And then eventually one time I guess I hit it really well and I couldn't find it. And then parents sold the house. Not related.
And they got a free night guard, whoever bought it.
Whoever got the house has a free $500 fucking night guard.
Yeah, I think mine was... I remember my parents, because I got two. First one my parents paid for, and they really made an effort. They're like, you have to wear this fucking thing now. We spent... It's like $500.
So expensive.
We spent like $500, so you have to wear this thing every night, and they'll be mad at me if I didn't.
Yeah.
And then I lost that one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't need this. And then another dentist was like, you have to wear a night guard. Have they ever given you a night guard? I'm like, yeah. So they made me one. That was like $500 that I spent. And then I stopped wearing it. And then recently I went back. They're like, you grind your teeth. Do you have a night guard? And I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
So I started wearing it again. So now I'm back to wearing the night guard like every night.
I wonder why insurance doesn't... I wonder if you have like really good insurance, does it kick in?
Maybe
for it?
I feel like dental is... I think they think of it as like a luxury insurance or something. Like teeth aren't really, as long as your heart and your brain work.
Yeah.
You know,
they think of that with eyes too. Like it's really hard to get
for vision.
eye things covered.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
No. Hey, speaking of eyes, I've been binge watching Twin Peaks since the last time we talked.
Can't wait to see what that has to do with eyes.
I'm just saying it was a segue because eyes are watching is Twin Peaks. So I have a lot to say.
Good.
But
I'm ready.
I think we should table this discussion.
What?
Until another podcast because I'm not 100%. I'm 10 episodes till I'm done with the 2 seasons, the original series.
So you're cock teasing everybody.
So I just wanted to say,
you're swinging the cock.
So I will say this, okay? I will do a little preview of what I'm about to say. Is I remember when I was younger, thinking it was a very artsy show and above my head. I'm like, oh, there's something going on here that I just don't understand, and it's above my intelligence. So I'm not gonna like watch this because I think it's like too hip or too artsy for me. Watching it again, being like, and I'm like, oh no, they're not just smarter. It's like,
weird.
It's just it's not even weird enough to be. So here's my thing. I will say some stuff. It's basically just a soap opera that has like some supernatural elements to it. It's not weird enough for it to be weird. In my case,
it's pretty weird.
It's like that meta quirky weird. I'm in season 2. I'm like 8 episodes in.
Sorry.
So bad. I mean, the weird part is like the little person that they filmed backwards, and I thought that was awesome. Yeah, that was a cool dream sequence segment, and I didn't know that was the inspiration for Lisa Simpson. When I watched it, I was like, oh my God, The Simpsons did this. Da clue with Chief Wiggum.
I've never seen The Simpsons, which is...
What?
I know, I've never seen one episode.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch it.
That's so...
I know.
You
I haven't
would
seen it.
love it.
I know. Well, everyone
loves The Simpsons,
Yeah,
obviously,
everyone
but I
is.
feel like you specifically,
Yeah.
it is such a. If
Because
you
you
like
said
Twin,
I was like Lisa Simpson in one of our pod shows because she plays a saxophone. She's a vegetarian and like a hunter or something. Not that
Bless you.
I'm not a hunter,
for me.
but
No, yeah, she's yeah, that sounds like something I'd say, but yeah, she's
she studied
becomes-
Buddhism.
yeah, she studied Buddhism and is a vegetarian. And is around people that don't understand it, and they're like, "All right,
Yeah.
that's very much." And Paul McCartney's in that episode.
Yes. As you mentioned.
Yeah, Paul and Linda, because they're both vegetarians. If not, I think he's a vegan now. I don't know.
Wait. Okay. So
Yeah,
Twin Peaks.
so Twin Peaks.
So you don't think it's weird?
I think it's weird, but not weird enough to be like weird, weird. It's honestly,
Are
I
you
find it a
bored
little.
by it?
It's a little boring.
I
It's a little boring.
don't. Okay, I'm not bored by it, but I could see how someone could be.
Yes.
Especially if you're used to watching. Like, I was watching Stranger Things last night, and
Yeah.
it's like, it's just every second is just like something
Well,
crazy
there's
and
too-
exploding,
yeah,
and
that's-
it's very actiony.
I actually stopped watching that after the first season because I'm like, this story concluded. It was a great conclusion of the story, and then they did a second season, obviously because of money
Yeah,
and
now
because of
third.
fame, and now they're doing a third. And it feels like same thing with Westworld. After that first season of Westworld, I was like, damn, this is such a great conclusion. There's the murder, and they kind of escape.
Wow, spoiler
The
alert!
season 1 is
I
2
haven't
years
seen
old.
it. I haven't
It's 2 years
seen
old. So if you didn't catch up on Westworld,
I'm
Bruce
not gonna
Willis is
watch it.
dead the whole time, people. Nah.
Bruce Willis is in
No, I'm just saying,
the
like,
show?
Sixth Sense. Everyone's like, don't spoil
Oh.
stuff. It's like, dude, it's 10 or 20 years old. Anyways, Twin Peaks, I think it's a little boring. Here's things I
Wow.
love. I love the relationship between Cooper, the FBI agent, and Harry,
He's the best. He's
the
the
sheriff.
best too.
Them two, I think it's such a, especially around that time. There's no like, they're both very masculine characters, but they're like their relationship is very like loving. Mm-hmm. Together, they're very trusting of each other. Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that take of this relationship, and I
Yeah.
think that's also Agent Cooper is such a great character. He wants to bang an
love him.
18-year-old girl.
No, she wants to bang him.
He wants to bang her.
Does he? Doesn't he kick her out of the bed?
He
though?
does, but he's like, dude, he wants to fuck this girl.
But he does. But
Like, he doesn't 'cause
he
he's a
doesn't flirt
professional.
with her. He doesn't. Lead
yes,
her on.
he
does.
does. I
Oh,
mean,
shit, I
he
gotta
doesn't
watch it again.
openly say it, but like
Does he
he
flirt with her?
totally puts out a vibe. Like, hey,
Really?
let's fuck.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Oh,
yes.
I see. I watched it when I was probably
Yeah,
too
no.
young and
Watch
naive.
it again. He like gives her looks. He like
Really?
you know, touches her hand. Hey, let me see that ring you're wearing or whatever.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Shit,
no.
Damn it, Cooper!
And he does that thing where it's like it's a very old school thing that older people do, like boomers and maybe like older Gen Xers, where they kind of like treat it like a daughter that they
Mm-hmm,
want to fuck, and the younger girl has like a dad, like ooh, daddy, hot daddy.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah, and I think that's
Let me
kind of the
dance for you,
vibe they
Daddy.
get. Yeah, that's the vibe they get, where it's like he's like I'm gonna take care of you. You're just a little girl who I want to like put my penis in.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's pretty much that relationship.
The only thing I remember of them is I remember her being in her bed. Like he comes home
Yeah.
and she's like in her bed.
He says no.
And
And
he
he
kicks
flat
her
out
out.
says, he's like, she goes, well, don't you want me? He's like, well, want and need are two different things. He says like a line basically like, I would fuck you if I could.
Oh shit!
Do
Fuck.
rewatch that relationship. That relationship is a little problematic. He's in a position of power and authority. And he's decades older than her, I assume. At least a decade.
Yeah, he's probably supposed to be like 40.
Yeah, if he's supposed to be
35,
40,
40.
she's supposed to be 18.
Yeah, that's bad.
Just turned 18 or
That's
something.
bad. Damn it.
And there's a lot of
again.
pedo shit in that because her father,
Laura's?
Laura's father is Leland,
Right.
who
But
is
wait, you're talking about.
Leland is the guy he's possessed by Bob.
Yeah, that's
This show
my
is fucking weird.
That's
When you
my
do-
favorite thing.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'm not. I'm like I just got into it. Like, oh, the killing of Maddie is such a great scene.
Yeah,
the
it's
dancing,
awesome.
That is an awesome scene.
That's like
Also-
that's like my favorite
Yeah.
scene. I think
It's my favorite scene so far.
it's so good.
It was to the point where I literally like sat up and I was like, "Here we go."
Yeah.
Now we're getting good.
Yeah,
even though
I guess
I'm
I wish there was
15
some-
hours in it, but it's boring. I wish
Yeah.
there was some more of that. Not to say it has to be filled with that, but just it's basically it's majority of a soap opera that has supernatural elements. It has elements of it has some slapstick, some comedy. It has a very interesting sense of humor, which I find to be funny. But it's just
I love the sense of humor it has because I feel like David Lynch is actually pretty funny and wanted it to be funny.
Yeah,
because the whole
he's the deaf FBI agent that screams.
It's very funny, and also the fact that the show is a soap opera and the show is watching the soap opera Invitation to Love,
which The Simpsons does too.
All those scenes I think are so funny when they're watching the soap opera, and I just feel like
everybody watches it.
I love it. Like I just think it's so funny, and I love.
Who's
love
the guy?
I love Bob. Like I fucking love Bob.
I'm only slightly getting introduced to Bob right now. The one-armed man is possessed by. He's like the good version of Bob or something. He didn't take his needle, his medicine, and they're hunting for Bob. But Bob is Leland. So here's my assumption of what's going to happen. I'm about 10 episodes away from finishing the first 2 seasons, which is the original run of the show. Apparently there's a movie after it too.
No,
I gotta watch
before.
that.
Or well,
No.
It was
Because the
made
pilot
after, but it's.
So the pilot is a 90-minute movie, basically.
Well, there's a movie called Fire Walk with Me, and it's supposed to take place before.
Oh, I see, but it's made
before
after
the show. Yeah.
Okay.
But like Laura is in it and stuff. She's alive.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
Yeah.
This, I have to
and
see.
she's a freak bitch, baby.
Don't say anything. Well, I know she's a freak bitch now, just from all the stuff.
The
but now
movie is great.
Yeah.
But this isn't a spoiler. One huge downside is Cooper isn't in it.
Oh,
but it's still really good.
Well, because Cooper is introduced in the pilot.
Yeah, it's good.
I want to know who Diane is. Don't tell me.
Okay.
They gotta show because he's throughout the whole series he has his little tape recorder and he's always like, Diane, I need to order some earplugs.
Diane.
Because because the
well, can I tell you something about Diane?
No, I want to know. No, do not. Please don't ruin it for me. Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me. I would rather go in fresh, even if you're like, oh no, they never explained that. That is still a spoiler.
Okay. All right.
That is still a spoiler to me. I would rather learn it on my own.
All right. Fair enough.
One time, you know what my father did to me once? You know what my dad did to me once that I still think about and kind of like laugh and hate?
What?
He goes, he's like, you got to see the movie Dog Day Afternoon. It's like an old Al Pacino movie in the 70s. He's like, it's about a bank robbery. It's such a good movie. Oh, my God. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll watch it. He goes, it's so good. There's no money in the bank. I'm like, you literally just said, he goes, no, but it's about the journey. It's not about the end. I'm like, yeah, but the whole movie is that they're robbing a bank, and you literally said the main, like, I'm now not part of that journey.
Right.
And he literally couldn't grasp that concept. He goes, no, but it doesn't matter that there's no money in the bank. Yeah, but I'm like, but me as a viewer, I'm watching the movie. It mattered to me. I didn't know that. He literally was like, it's such a good movie. There's no money in the bank. Like a second later.
Well, do you... Okay,
I was like, what the fuck?
I will defend him only if... Do you know that from the trailer? Because if you know that
No, you don't. It's part
I'm against him.
It's a part of the reveal of the final act.
Then I'm on your side.
Yeah.
He's a villain, and you're an
But it was just so funny
because
because he was so excited to tell me, like, to watch this movie. He's like, you gotta watch it. It's such a good movie. And he was just so excited that he wanted to talk about it. And, like, I haven't seen it yet, but he still, like, talked about it. And I was like, okay, well, you just ruined this for me.
Have you gotten to... Well, I guess I can't ask you because it could be a spoiler. So I guess we do have to do a better deep dive after you finish.
So we will do... This is
my favorite show, people, so this is big for me.
You know what's funny? Because, like, I'll watch it. Maybe it's just the nature of binging a show, but I'll watch it and I'll be like, this is a boring episode. If the episode says directed by David Lynch and written by, was it Mike Frost?
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah,
I think
Mark Frost. Then I'm like, this is gonna be a good episode. And that was the episode where Natty died.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, this is good. So
I love that death so much. I love Leland.
Leland's a great character. The dancing, the singing.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
I have been thinking about this show idea for like, I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but for like years and years. And thinking about him as the main character of the show, I'm not going to talk about, is like, makes me want to take it to the top, baby. Just like fantasizing him as the main character. He's so good. He's so creepy.
And the actor's so amazing.
Yeah.
He does, I feel like he's a little over the top, but but it fits the style of the show.
Yeah, and he just
that it doesn't feel over the top.
He seems evil, but like in that.
But he seems so. From what I understand, he seems evil because he's possessed.
Yeah.
from what I know.
Yeah, but he plays it really well. Like, he seems like you feel his evileness.
Yeah.
He's just good. He's good
because he's technically not evil. He's he's
possessed by Bob.
He's possessed by Bob.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Wait, so when do you find out he's possessed by Bob? I
second season, like episode 3 or 4. That's the thing. I've been watching so much of this fucking show.
And how do you find out? I can't remember. So this is my thing. I've watched season 1 probably like a million times, but I've only seen season 2 once, and I was 13. So there's a shit ton
you need to rewatch this.
I know.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
How do you find out he's possessed by Bob? There's a moment where he's looking in the mirror.
Oh, and he sees Bob.
He sees Bob instead of himself. I think that's when you find out. And there's a weird, I don't know what's going on with her yet, but his wife, I forget her name.
The wife.
The wife.
Oh, I love
She's
the
like,
wife.
there's a shot of her hysterical crawling down the stairs.
Yeah.
And
everything she does is fucking
they're over the top.
Too. Yeah. I love her.
You know who I hate? James. I hate it's the boy.
Laura's boyfriend. Or
now it's not. It's
her secret boyfriend, the motorcycle guy.
The motorcycle guy, but now it's Laura Flynn Boyle. What's her character's name again?
That's her boyfriend. What is her character's name?
Not Diane. Is it Diane?
No, it's not Diane. I know that for sure. It's like Deborah or Debbie or Doodle. What's her fucking name?
Well, her character.
I can't Google it because I'm on an airplane.
Yeah, I can. Laura Flynn Boyle, Twin Peaks, Donna.
I knew it was with a D.
Yeah, so there's that one scene with Natty and Donna. They threw in like a weird love triangle thing with jealousy, which is it felt so cliche.
Oh, the song they write.
Oh, that I hated that song. I hated that because he has a guitar and he's obviously not playing.
He's a fucking mess.
And then like a drum beat comes out of nowhere and they
suck.
Yeah, the giant is awesome.
I really do think it's supposed to be funny. Like I think that David Lynch is funny.
I don't
think he's like, let me write this beautiful.
I think it's
scene
aware
where they write a song.
Well, he's not the writer. He's just the director. Mark. I think it's.
Well, he writes
Mark
some
Frost.
of them.
He does, but I think the main person is Mark Frost.
Yeah.
I think David Lynch is just.
2, that's true.
He's just the visionary who brings it to life.
Yeah.
No, I think for both season 1 and season 2, it's Mark Frost. He wrote it,
Google
and David Lynch.
Because I don't remember.
It's Mark Frost, right?
Yeah, Mark.
Let's just type in. The thing is, I'm trying to avoid spoilers as well.
Oh yeah.
Twin Peaks. Is Twin Peaks a real place?
No, I mean probably in the sense that like every town name there's like 100 of them.
Created by Mark Frost and David Lynch. But everything seems it always says like written by Mark Frost and then directed by David Lynch whenever they show their episodes together. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure he has input, but I think he's like the Trey Parker if it was Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
But the director is going to be the person who is going to be making a scene funny.
Well,
so
he's going to be.
That's why I blame him.
I don't 100% agree with that, but I do think a director is the person that brings it to life. Because we don't know what's in the stage directions that is written saying. But I think they definitely they must share the same sense of humor, obviously, and the same vision for the show.
Coop.
But I want to watch the David Lynch movies now. What was it, Mulholland Drive is what you mentioned last time?
Yeah. Well, that's one of his movies. It's not like my favorite or anything. I think you should watch Blue Velvet.
Blue Velvet?
Yeah, I think that... And because Cooper's in it, he's like the main character.
Really?
He's younger. He's like, I think he's supposed to be in high school or college in it.
Wait a minute, as Cooper?
No, I just can't think of his name.
Oh.
What's his name? I can't. I'm so bad with names. So
Kyle
MacLachlan, right?
MacLachlan, yeah.
I'm just like never gonna be good at.
He's so good.
Detailing a name.
He's the best part of the show.
Well, so
him and Hank.
Blue Velvet.
Yeah. His whole approach on like he's an FBI agent who loves this town.
Okay, think about Blue Velvet though this way. It's him, Kyle MacLachlan, Laura Dern, Dennis Hopper, and Isabella Mussolini.
That's a crew.
They're the 4 main characters.
That's a crew.
It is. It's very, very good. So yeah, I think that's it's hard. I love Eraserhead. I guess I don't have to choose a favorite, right? There's not a gun to my head, but like I would check out Eraserhead and Blue Velvet.
Yeah, 1977. Wow.
And you have to be on some, like when you watch Eraserhead, you should be on something. Like you shouldn't watch it sober because we might be, I don't know. I just recommend being on something. All right. Be high or something.
I definitely will. You know what I'm thinking about getting?
What?
One of those like vape pens.
For weed?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
But then I don't even know where to get. I don't know if this is something we should talk
about
about on
the
the
oil
podcast.
Cartridges.
Yeah, I don't even know.
We'll just say every sentence say alleged.
Allegedly. I
allegedly put mine in the washing machine.
Wait, we talked about taking mushrooms.
Yeah, well,
allegedly
we
took mushrooms.
So I allegedly put mine through the wash, and now I'm afraid to smoke it because the oil actually didn't come out. Like it came out and it looked normal, but I'm like afraid.
Yeah, because there's there's like chemicals in soap. Yeah, that can't be good for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like afraid.
Yeah.
But I feel like someone else would smoke it and they wouldn't even care. But I'm like crazy, so I'm like. Ew.
I once smoked PCP in a graveyard.
Dude, yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah,
Did I tell this story already too? Did I tell you this?
I don't know. I don't think on the show. You might have told it in life.
So I was 15 years old before I had a car, and I was in a graveyard with two friends.
Did you have a PCP dealer, or did you do it accidentally?
So
because I feel like every time I've smoked PCP, it was an accident. Like
it was a mix. It was like an accident, but yes and no.
What does PCP stand for?
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna go off airplane mode and Google it.
No. Oh no! I hear the buzzing. You gotta turn it off.
All right.
Yeah, I hear the buzzing instantly when you turn it on. Yeah.
Really?
It's buzzing galore.
Wow, that's so weird because our first few episodes I wasn't on airplane mode.
No. Okay, buzzing's gone. Yeah. No.
What does PCP stand?
Oh, I can tell you because the computer can be off airplane mode.
Please.
PCP. Well, I should probably tell this story too.
Yeah, tell a story.
This is a good story. There's computing, Peru, Portuguese Communist Party.
Okay, yeah, that's the PCP I'm talking about.
Cyclidine?
All right, I give up. Tell your story.
Or angel dust. Oh, that's right. It's also angel dust. I knew that.
Oh my God, PCP is angel dust?
Yeah, also known as angel dust. Anyways,
oh shit, I didn't know I did angel.
I knew this kid. Yeah, we did angel dust. Allegedly, we did angel dust.
That kind of makes me scared. I did it as like a kid.
Yeah,
like a little teen.
Yeah, I was 15 when I did it.
Shitty. All right,
so
whatever.
We were just smoking normal weed, and then we all wanted to get high, so we went to my buddy's house, but like there's a fence and then there's a graveyard. So we hopped the fence because there's like a bunch of like shrubbery and stuff there. So we're like there and we're basically in the graveyard and we're smoking and we knew he had PCP, but we didn't like question that if it was in or wasn't in the weed we were smoking. And then finally he like brought it up. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but like when you smoke PCP, you get stuck. Do you know this?
Like you get stuck.
You get like you kind of like you can't move and you kind of start freaking out and you think you'll stop breathing.
I don't remember if that happened to me, but
it's pretty common.
I believe that it happened to you.
So there were moments like where I was like super high and I got like stuck, and I remember like nightfall was happening. Oh my God, I'm remembering the rest of the story now. It gets crazy. So I actually ended up going to my buddy's house. Now I'm high on PCP. I'm so
allegedly
fucking high. I'm allegedly so high on PCP. I go to my buddy's house and his mom starts like, "Oh, stay for dinner. Your friend Joey had to stay for dinner." And my eyes are super red.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at the table and I just like not talking. I'm like being super weird because I really don't know his parents. And we're having food. And apparently this is not true. But apparently his sister was sitting across from me, and I was just kind of like looking at the food, like not making eye contact. And the sister told the mom, like, "He's doing nothing but staring at my chest."
In front of everybody?
Not in front of everybody, afterwards.
Oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
And I was just not making eye contact. And this is not me hiding. I would say if I was glancing, but I wasn't. But I was very high. And so I ended up going to his bedroom, right?
Yeah.
And MTV played a lot of music videos. And one of the music videos that came on was the Red Hot Chili Peppers Zephyr song. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen the music video for that? And it's like It's all like kaleidoscopes. It's all like super trippy. And I was like, this is the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And then after that was that song by No Doubt, when it's Underneath It All, where it's like kind of psychedelic too. So these two psychedelic music videos were back to back, and I was like, this is, and the sounds were like entering my brain and stuff, and it was like.
So you love Angel Dust?
I do, and it's not psychedelic. You don't see
some.
anything, but like you just get super duper high. Allegedly, when I did it, I got super duper high. I got accused of staring at my friend's sister's breasts.
Yeah, I just remember being a little
Chili
more
Peppers
exciting.
and No Doubt.
Like, I'd be like, oh, this is the good weed. And then I found out later, like, no, Rosie, that was PCP.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. Well, thanks for the warning. I don't have a memory of, like, the first time I did it or anything, but I do remember in middle school, specifically I wouldn't even call them my friends, just, like, people I smoke weed with. We would go to this cemetery that, okay, I don't know how to explain it because I don't have the words of what it is, but it's like, our town is like really witchy. It has like witch history. Mm-hmm. And so one of the witches that was killed in our town, Goody Bassett, and then another witch, I don't know the full name, but I know the last name was Judd, like Judd. And there was this like stone.
They're also allegedly witches.
Yeah,
because they're not real witches, I assume.
What I mean by witches, murdered for being a witch.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
We don't want to perpetuate the lie.
No, yeah.
That these
they're
accused women are witches.
People who are murdered unfairly, just from bullshit. So, in the cemetery, there's like this stone. I don't know what to call it other than like this little stone house, but it wasn't a house. But it was big enough, like, you could go in with, like, 4 or 5 friends and, like, sit Indian style on the floor.
Like a shed?
Well, it wasn't a shed. It was supposed to be, like, where Judd was buried. Mm. It was like a mausoleum, but not.
Oh, is that a crypt?
Like, maybe, but I don't think it was an official one because it wasn't locked. And it was stone. Like, I specifically remember it was made out of rocks, and it was really cool.
It's probably a crypt.
And it was triangular shaped. So you could walk in there, and so it was like the perfect place to smoke weed or angel dust. And so, like, in middle school, we would walk there and we would just sit in there because you were covered. So if like cops came by, you were covered.
Yeah.
Like it was like a little stone house. But that was cool. That was cool to like smoke PCP in a witch's grave.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I had some of the angel dust. And I literally just hung on to it for like a couple of years and I threw it out.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna do this again.
Oh my god, I'm remembering something else I put through the wash that was really expensive. A few years ago, my friend allegedly bought me. I don't know what drug it was. I can't remember what drug it was, but it was like a vial that was like $250, and it was in my pocket, and I put that through the wash too. Wait. I never told him. Allegedly. I think it was.
Well, that we were talking. Might as well say it.
I think it was cocaine.
Oh yeah, it was probably. Or was it an upper or downer? Could have been heroin.
It might have been Molly. It wasn't heroin.
Did you feel very relaxed and cool?
I never have felt relaxed and cool.
But have you when you took this substance? When you allegedly took the substance, were you like jazzed or were you like down to chill?
Well, I don't remember. Also, because I've allegedly done C before, and I didn't feel like particularly jazzed on it. So it might
you
not
probably
work.
Did bad C.
It might not work on me as
I'm sure.
As it's supposed
I'm sure
to.
It will work on you if you did it right.
I've done it a bunch, not a lot, but like I've done it. It I didn't really feel great on it. I just felt kind of like
we're very anxious people, so
it didn't. I don't know. I feel like for people to get addicted, it has to be pretty good, right? And I never felt like it was worth the money. I was just like, give me shrooms, baby. Fuck this shit.
Yeah. Some people like that with cigarettes too. Like because cigarettes you have to kind of get over a hump to like. Mm-hmm. And some people never get over that hump and they just never get addicted to them.
Yeah.
And I feel like cocaine could be the same thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like you do it and you just get very anxious and you're like, no.
I think I'm just all psychedelics all the time.
Yeah, I get that.
Where's the weirdest place you smoked weed or PCP?
Well, I think the weirdest place I smoked PCP was that graveyard. I wasn't smoking PCP constantly. I think it was like once or twice.
You were addicted to dust.
I wasn't dusting. I think it's called getting wet. That's the term. If you like to smoke PCP or angel dust, it's called. I didn't know you like to get wet. I know that from training day.
We seem so wholesome little Connecticut kids, and then it's like my middle school life. I was just smoking weed and angel dust in a fucking witch's crypt to hide from the cops. Like that was like a very typical 7th grade thing.
And I was wet, staring at tits.
Yeah, making your friend's sister uncomfortable.
No. I wasn't though. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I swear to God I wasn't. I was staring. I was just not making eye contact and just staring at food. No way would I be so high. And
Maybe
like,
the food was like on her tits.
No,
like
I was just looking down.
And she forgot to
I was just
take them
looking
off.
down, and I was just.
You never know.
Oh my God! It was so. Oh my God.
That is really embarrassing.
It is very embarrassing.
I hate my biggest, well, I don't want to say biggest pet peeve because I have way too many, but like one of my pet peeves is when you're talking to someone and they relay a situation to you that you were there for and it's totally wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know everyone thinks that they're the one who remembers it right.
Totally.
But it's like, I have so many friends where I'm just like, oh my God, you think that person said that? I was there. They said blank. And it's like everyone's perceptions is so different. And it's so scary to think, how many people have you left with like this terrible impression that like to you, you said something totally different, but they just heard it different or they heard it in a different attitude or like literally heard different words that you said. It's so, it makes me so fucking anxious.
I had something kind of similar happen where I used to throw a lot of parties in my garage when I was like 17 years old. Like the summer of like being 17. My parents would go away and they'd go camping all the time, so I'd have like a bunch of people over in the garage, and I'd try to clean it up and act like nobody came over. Anyways, it was basically a whole summer of these huge parties. And one random time at a bar, years later, I ran into this guy that we called Chewy. And I was
this
like...
This story's going to be good.
This story's going to be good. And I go up to him, and I swear, I'm 100% accusation. I'm like, Chewy, oh my God, Chewy, it's so nice to see you. Yeah. And I did know this guy. Yeah. I'm like, Chewy, holy God. I'm like, this is Chewy. And I started introducing him, like, Chewy once got so high and drunk he got paranoid and ran into a fence at my house. I'm like, remember that, Chewy? And he's like, no. He's like, stop calling me Chewy. He's like, no. He goes, I'm Ted. I'm like, no, you're Chewy. And I confused him with another friend.
Oh, no.
I thought he was Chewy.
Yeah.
But he was this other kind of straight-laced kid named Ted.
Oh, my God.
And I was like denying him. He was like, I'm Ted. I'm like, no, you're not. You're like, don't try to hide it. I thought like maybe he didn't want to be Chewy anymore.
Confuse your two friends.
It's just...
How many friends did you have?
We used to have... I didn't have a lot of friends, but I just had a lot of people come to my house. And
a lot of acquaintances.
A lot of acquaintances.
Got it.
I'm very much an acquaintance person. I keep everybody at arm's length. Now
I know why, because you're going to fuck up their name.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm like, no, you're not. You're Chewy and all this stuff. And I felt so embarrassed. Then it finally dawned on me. I'm like, oh, I know Ted. This is Ted. And I was like, oh my God, Ted, I'm so sorry. And then it was just an awkward moment where we're still kind of catching up. He's like, yeah. So your brother still do HVAC? I'm like, yeah. He's still working. And it was like, I had to like turn off the party mode that I thought he was from my party lifestyle. Yeah. But he's from my normal life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like was a different person. I was like, Chewy, man, you ran into that fence. And then I was like, oh, Ted. Oh, well, things are going good. I work at a bank now, you know?
Would you like to borrow a tie?
Yeah, it was...
I can relate only because this is really offensive to people and I feel so bad, but I'm I will remember everything about them, everything they said, everything they wore, did, whatever, but I cannot remember names.
Same.
And
That's
it's
an anxiety.
so offensive to people.
We've talked about this on the pod before.
Yeah, like when people introduce themselves,
Yeah.
it just goes in one ear, out the... Like, I cannot remember your name for the life of me. And it's really a problem, and it's like people... Yeah, because first people think that you're like an asshole. They can't remember their name. And then they also sometimes will think you're dumb. They're like, oh, she's so stupid. She can't remember anyone's name. Yeah. But it's like, I remember everything else. Can't you just give me that?
Yeah.
But
For me, it's like 60% asshole, 40% dumb.
Yeah.
Or maybe the other way around. Maybe it's 60% dumb and 40% asshole. I think it's that. I was talking to Tracy about it recently. Tracy, you know Tracy.
Shout out to Tracy.
Shout out to Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
And I'm like, I feel like I'm so much slower now. I think 'cause ever since I stepped down from doing improv, like stepped down from UCB, I think improv just keeps your brain active, so you always have to constantly be thinking like once or twice a week.
Yeah.
You have 3 hours of almost like mental exercise. And now that I don't do that, my brain is like on it took a huge shit. It's just like I can relax now, and now I'm so much slower and so much happier because of it. My brain is slower,
and
good. I'm just chill.
So this isn't a detriment. This is like you like it.
I do like it like this, but I do feel like it has like I'm talking to people, and sometimes I just zone out.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh wait a minute, as if I've been like in like solitary for like 10 years and I'm finally talking to somebody for the first time. Maybe it's just my brain overcorrecting and the pendulum will swing back a little bit.
Yeah, it will.
But no, I was telling Tracy, I'm like, yeah, I'm just fine with being slow.
Yeah. I don't know what I think about that. Oh, shit. And it's a good thing I don't have any thoughts about that because we're wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Hey, it was great to talk to you, world.
Hey, send us to Area 51. Our Kickstarter is pending. Well, they need bank information. That's why it's pending. Yeah.
Oh.
Just Venmo us. If you want to send us to Area 51.
Yeah, just Venmo us. We swear we'll put it to good use.
So I'm not going to finish that Kickstarter because I'm not putting in bank information.
Why not?
Because I don't want to give away my bank information to Kickstarter.
They don't know what do you think they're going to do?
I just don't want to put it online if something gets hacked.
Everything's on. Your bank information is all over online. Amazon,
but
Target.
It's less likely. First of all, A, not Target. B, Amazon. Even no, not just a credit card. We're not talking just put a credit card on. We're talking I have to put my routing number and my bank account number.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Venmo us. Please send us to Area 51.
Send us to Area 51.
Venmo me, Rosie Whalen 1 or something. My picture. You'll see my picture.
Yeah.
We would really like to solve the mystery of UFOs and aliens, and I don't trust anyone else's information relaying skills, so just send us because you can trust us.
Is there another page or something we can make that's not Kickstarter?
Venmo starter?
Well, because we have we have that video we made saying donate.
Yeah, we have to look into this. Okay. I'll do some Googling later.
Yeah, we'll do some Googling. Anyways, bye everybody.
Bye.